Hi, I'm Advita Patel. Welcome to this lesson on every internal communicator's favourite topic, measurement. I'm just kidding. I know this is one of the most challenging parts of our job. But why are we struggling? Well, we lack time, metrics and benchmarks. Our reporting often lacks context. We don't have an action plan in response to the data we uncover. And often we receive industry advice that isn't practical in our day-to-day work. But measurement provides us with great opportunity to demonstrate the strategic value and impact of our work to leadership and other stakeholders in a language that the business understands. And that's why we have put together this video to help you get started with measurement, because getting started is the most important step. In this video, we'll talk about how to think about measurement, benchmarks and the measurement cycle, metrics for operative measurement. Essentially, we have two motivations for measuring our comms efforts. We want to know whether we are doing our job well, and we want to know whether our activities are contributing to the business in the way they need to. Now, before we jump into actually measuring, here are a few things to keep in mind. 1, the data you gather should be actionable. Be sure to think about which data you and your other stakeholders need in order to make decisions when choosing your metrics. 2, your metrics need context. When you give your data context, it comes to life. Here are some examples. Time context. How do metrics change over time? Look at the same metrics from quarter to quarter to track changes. Audience context. Break down your results by target audience to learn which audiences need more attention. Number 3, it's not all on your shoulders. While IC makes a contribution to business outcomes, it's important to remember that it's only one of many factors. Take employee satisfaction, for example. While good comms definitely makes a difference, whether or not an employee likes their work is the sum of many factors coming together. So make sure to set measurement goals that focus on the impact you actually have. There's a cyclic nature to measurement. We always start by defining what success would look like. Here, we make use of benchmarks to define success because they help us use previous data as a point of comparison. Then we collect our data and then compare it to our definition of success. We then evaluate the next steps we should take. The central question here is whether we are currently investing our resources wisely in order to attain the outcome we are aiming for. If we do not match our success, that could be an indication that we should adjust our content, increase activities in this area, or even discontinue working on this topic altogether. If we do match our success, this could be an indication that we should further increase our activities in this area because it's engaging for employees, examine the context to provide us with important learnings as to why this activity can yield success. In both cases, the data we collect will inform our future benchmarking data. Now you might be thinking, but wait, Advita, what if I'm new to measurement and don't have any benchmarking data? Well, don't worry. We're here to get you started. By collecting the same metrics for the same context each time, you will make a new round in the measurement cycle. You will have created your own set of benchmarking data in no time. Soon, you'll know which times are best to share content, which target groups respond best to which types of content, or which audiences are not yet engaged. And then you can use this data to set new goals and adjust your benchmarks as your data set grows. Are you ready to take action? We'll start with operative measurement. What are the main questions we want to answer here? 2 things. We want to know whether our channels and content are performing as intended. So how do we do that? Let's look at some of the common goals and data points available to us for our channels and content. First, let's look at our channel matrix. The first goal for any channel is to establish reach. We can measure reach through registration rate, that is, how many employees are signed up to receive content over this channel. The next goal is for our employees to actually use this channel. Here, we look at activity rate on a weekly or monthly basis. Our next goal is the interaction with the channel. Here we can measure likes, reactions, comments, event registration, survey participation, and user-generated content. And finally, our goal is employee satisfaction with the channel. This is often assessed with the help of a Net Promoter Score or NPS. This data is collected with the help of an NPS survey asking employees and content contributors whether or not they would recommend the channel. Now let's look at our content metrics. To gain accurate insights, the idea is to focus on individual pieces of content, not full campaigns. The first goal when it comes to content is getting our employees' attention. This we can measure through potential reach. That means the total number of employees we can access through the channel. Next, our goal is to create a high level of interest in the content we've shared. This is the actual opening rate or number of visits, views, and visitors of our content. The next goal is to engage our employees with our content. This we can measure with the help of likes, reactions, comments, and sentiment analysis. Another good indicator for engagement is the number of returning users. You can calculate this by dividing the number of visits to a specific piece of content by the number of unique visitors. The higher this number, the more worthwhile it will be to look into the reasons behind the high performance of your content. And our final goal can be for employees to take action. This we can measure through shares, mentions, event registration, survey participation, and subscriptions. Regarding both channel and content metrics, many modern digital communication solutions can easily access such data through the platform dashboard. However, when it comes to measuring returning users, subscriptions, or survey responses, you might want to collect the data at different places. There's one more thing I want to leave you with today on your journey towards getting started with internal comms measurement. I cannot overstate the importance of properly setting your goals, objectives, and key results if you really want to measure them successfully. Do check out our video on setting goals to learn more about this. But here's an example to illustrate my point on clear strategic internal comms goals. Say your objective is to establish focused communication that clearly orientates all employees in regard to the 4 strategic focus topics. Your key results could be that the 4 focus topics, in other words your 4 campaigns, generate double the attention of every other topic combined. The 4 campaigns are above the benchmark for interest and engagement in their respective channel and target group. 90% of employees know the focus topics at the end of the year and can align them with corporate strategy. So that's all for today. We hope you enjoyed this video and feel more confident about starting your journey into the world of comms measurement. Don't forget to check out our other videos in this series and additional resources. Take care, and we'll see you next time.